Josh, very good to see you. We're doing a little myth busting today. Your 401k is not a retirement plan. Everyone's favorite retirement account, the 401k, is a great way to save, but it is just a tool, not a strategy. So, what are some of the biggest risks of relying on just a tax deferred 401k for retirement?
Well, one of the biggest risks is that people think they have all this money saved. And
Yeah,
they think they have $1 million. But what they don't realize is a big chunk of that $1 million they actually owe good old Uncle Sam.
right.
And that's a big deal. You have $1 million in there, but really only 700 of it is yours.
Mhm.
And it could be worse than that depending on your tax bracket.
Right, which you don't know what your tax bracket will be when you retire.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's why, of course, they're known, 401ks are known as tax time bombs. But beyond being tax deferred, the required minimum distributions can push you into a higher tax bracket in retirement. Can you explain that, please?
Yeah, so required minimum distributions are basically the IRS has gotten tired of waiting on you to spend your money. They want their portion. So they forced you to go ahead and take out money so that they can get their portion. And that's what they call a required minimum distribution. And then depending on how big your 401k is, what your tax bracket is going to be when you're 73 plus will depend on exactly how much taxes you pay. So what I like to tell people is if you let the IRS decide how much taxes you're going to pay, you're probably going to pay more. But if you choose when and how much taxes you're going to pay, we can hopefully get in a position to pay the least amount of taxes possible.
Hmm. So, Josh, I bet people are probably watching this video now, though, and wondering, why would I want to pay my taxes now?
Well, paying your taxes now is basically you deciding when and how is the most opportune way to pay taxes. Another advantage right now is a really great time to pay your taxes because A, we're in historically low tax rates, but B, during market downturns is a really great time to pay the taxes because you can convert more shares per dollar, and then when the market turns around and rebounds, you get that whole rebound tax free.
Mm,
So one of the best times to do Roth conversions is during these market times of market volatility.
hmm. And it all comes back to turning your savings into an income stream. So, what should we be considering in addition to our tax deferred 401ks?
Yeah, it's all about having diversification in taxes so that you can, again, choose when and how you pay your taxes. So you're going to want tax-free accounts like Roth IRAs, stuff that's growing tax-free. We want that for our long-term money because it's all about that long-term compound interest of tax-free dollars. And then you've got your tax deferred, which is your 401k and your traditional IRAs. You don't want a ton of money in there, but it's not terrible to have some money in there. And then, after tax dollars are dollars in your brokerage account, your bank accounts, your CDs, that you're kind of paying taxes as you earn it, which having a diversity of different taxes is equally as important as having a diversity of different investments,
Hmm.
because then you can kind of strategize when and how you pay the taxes and put yourself in the most optimum position.
Right. And the key is to start thinking about that now. So, Josh, if somebody would like to talk through whether they are properly tax diversified, or like you mentioned, whether a Roth conversion makes sense for them right now, how can they reach you?
Yeah, they can call us at the office at 260-488-8300 or jump on the web and schedule something right on our website at millardfg.com.
Great. Josh, thank you.
Thanks.